Sarah here at Tiny Show Life. Today we are going to have some fun with our best spin gravity bins that I got from Azure Standard. I have put a link to them below if it's something that you want to try. Today I'm going to try a bunch of different things that I want to know how well they work in these gravity bins. Obviously you've been to the grocery store and they have all kinds of different nuts and grains and things in their bins. What I want to see is I want to see how well these empty out the different foods that I use or maybe you use on a regular basis. All right, we are in our cold pantry. We keep it at 45 degrees, sometimes 55 degrees, depending on what I'm storing in here. All the other foods, I keep them in more accessible jars in our kitchen, so I use a lot of glass storage. When they run out, I will come into our cold room and I will fill them up. So let's try the first things, obviously, that I already have and see how well they empty out. I have noticed that this is more of a like cranking action versus like holding down and it releases. I don't really have an opinion about that. Sometimes it bothers me. Sometimes it's nice because then I don't like end up not being able to stop it from coming out. So I see kind of why they did that. The first thing we're going to empty out is our pinto beans. I think I have two kinds of beans up here. So I think no matter what bean you use, it's going to work in the same way. So I just put my wide mouth glass, fits perfectly on here. And then I'm just going to pull this. Okay, so easy. We'll do the garbanzo beans next. All right, I've actually gotten some half-gallon jars from Azure. They work really well. So let's do the chickpeas now, or garbanzo beans, whatever you call them. Oh, the beans perform so well in here. Ooh. A little overfill there. Okay, so beans, super easy to do. I know I've got kidney beans and black beans still left. I'd love to add those up here. I think it would look really pretty and just be more functional for me. When I'm organized, I feel like I can just clear that headspace and focus on other things a lot better. I don't know, maybe it's like when the house is clean, I just can do work and stuff. I guess we'll move down the line. I keep our brown rice in this really big jar. What's nice about the gravity bins is that the newer food will sit on top. So when I go to refill these, I'm still getting rid of the old food first. So let's look at how this guy works with the brown rice. I know these work because I've been using them for a long time. Okay, so all the way full, super easy. It's the things that I have coming up that I'm curious how well they're going to work because I've never used them in the bins before. Next up, we're going to do our long grain white rice. I expect this to work the same way as the brown rice. I have used it a few times, just not as much as my other ones. I probably only need a little bit more on this one. I'm so afraid I'm going to overfill it. There we go. Okay, I did not catch it on film, but I could hear this coming down. It had made like a little gap here and came down, so it was moving down nicely, which I like. There is a slight angle to them, so it allows like gravity bin, to come down. All right, so what we're going to do is our oats next, and then I'm going to completely empty this out, and I have some fun stuff to try, I don't know, should I tell you or should you have to stick around? By far our most used part of the gravity bin. Let's see if you can see it. Let's move some of these boxes for you guys. You can see this incline here. And I've already filled this guy up twice. So we go through some oatmeal. I have never actually got it to empty, but let's see how that does. We'll fill up the one I keep in the house first. So can you see it moving here? So it is coming down pretty good. I can see it moving in the back. Oh yeah, can y'all see it up there moving? All right, you see it coming out of the back? Yeah. Okay, so it is definitely emptying really well back there. Okay, I think it was emptying so good back here. Like there's nothing back there. I'm gonna empty the rest of this out into a bag so we can try out some of my other things. There are probably like 30 little pieces of oats, so I'm just going to tip it forward a little bit. All right. I feel like that cleaned up pretty good. We'll take it down. Let's look at it. Okay, so there's a few pieces left here, and of course, just like the powder inside there. The lid pops off. Oh my gosh. Y'all, I'm so rough. They called me caveman. Cave woman. Did I break it? No. Is there another piece roll under? Okay. Okay, apparently I dropped this guy, bumped him with my leg. He did come apart quite a bit. So since it's apart, I'm going to clean it out really well, and then we're going to put the next item in. So all these pieces come together. I'm just going to give it a wipe down. I do plan on putting the oatmeal right back in here. All right, just a little bit of wipe down. I'm not really worried about oat powder going into some of these other things. And I'll wipe it down in between each item. I'm not going to bore you with that part of it. Anyways, everything has been breaking, and I just feel like I'm exhausted from life. That's okay. Gonna keep on going. All right, so we're gonna do some of the Azure Standard walnuts. These are baker pieces. I pretty much break up my walnuts anyway, so I wasn't buying them whole, and they're cheaper when they're broken up already. Gosh, they look pretty up here too. See, I just want bins everywhere. Oh yeah, these release great too. And I feel like they're sliding down really well. We'll put the rest back into the bag and move on to the next thing. I'm going to get you a close-up of that action of it grabbing what it's going to put in and dropping it in, because it's so clean and so smooth. So watch like right here. All right, the next thing, two things. Okay, the next two things I'm going to try. I'm a little nervous because they're very fine. I'm worried they're going to like get clumped up. They may leak out. I don't know, but we use a lot of sugar and flour in this house. So I want to know how well they perform. I feel like that's something you might want to try in your gravity bins. So let's see if it works, and we'll take it from there. Cane sugar is typically a lot thicker than something like conventional from the grocery store. So I think this will, oh yeah, it's super thick. It's pretty moist though. Our pantry's having issues. That's what's been breaking, and I'm kind of pissed. Oh, I'm kind of mad about it. Nope. I gotta get it higher. Okay, I'll do most of it. So it does seem a little damp. That might be because my cold pantry's off right now. My window unit went out, and we're just having a problem with it. So we've had to move everything inside. It's been a disaster. All right, I don't see any like leakage coming out the back thing, or like I don't see anything coming out of here, which is good. I gotta get my sugar container. Oh, did y'all use these Tupperware things? I love them. Okay, we're gonna let this out. It is not leaking out, but it is getting stuck in here. So I have two thoughts. Either A, it just doesn't work very well because of, no, honestly, I think it's my fault. We had our cool pantry, we keep it 45 in here, and the window unit broke this week. So the temperature has just gone up. We're in the like upper 90s. Oh, I think we hit 100 yesterday. So it's hot. So I think that temperature fluctuation caused some things to sweat in here. We had to move a lot to the house and into the fridge. Like all our eggs are in the fridge. It's kind of been a mess. So I think for me, the sugar is going to be a no in one of these for now. If I don't know. I mean, if my window unit wouldn't have broken, I don't think this would be as sticky. You could feel it like clumps like sand, but I see it sweating, so I think that's a me problem. Now I'm kind of nervous about trying the flour, but let's give it a go. All right, next up, I'm doing our all-purpose flour. This has been in the house, and then I keep our all-purpose flours in just a Tupperware thing so I can scoop it easily. All right, so initial thoughts went in pretty easily. I'm worried about like the really fine powder kind of getting stuck in this area. I can clean it out, but you know, just like kind of the grinding of that. I'm also worried about just like with the sugar, how it kind of stacked up and stuck to each other. I'm worried about that. So let's just see how it goes. But this would be a really nice thing to be able to put in here. Oh no, it's coming out pretty good. You'll see that? No, see, it's building up too. I think it might need more. Yeah, it's getting stuck in there too. I think it might need more of an incline. I really wanted the flour to work because I use a lot of flour. But you can see it getting stuck right here and it's starting to stack up here. But if I stuck something, not that you want to do that because then it tips forward, but if I stuck something behind it, let's see what we got. Let's try this. Like if I gave it more incline, let's see how that works. No, it's just getting like caught together in there. So I think I'm a no on the flour, y'all. I'm kind of sad about that. And I don't think that one's my fault. Maybe the sugar is not my fault, but it probably is. That's okay. All right, I got 2 more things I want to try. Let's get this guy cleaned out and we'll get those done. I love coffee. Keeps me going. It tastes great. I got 2 4-pound bags. I may only use one of them so I don't have to open it up. But I have 4 pounds of coffee beans, whole organic beans. I got these off Sam's Club. All right, so I don't know if I'd ever actually put coffee in here, but I just thought it'd be something fun to try and see how it works. It smells so good. I don't even know what I'm going to put this into. I'll get another jar. Hold on. Let's put the lid on. It looks really pretty up here. I kind of love it. Why am I so obsessed with the way things look? It's just very pleasing. Look how good that looks. It's like it's meant to be. I do think coffee beans and coffee in general is a little oily. So I want to be quick with this and get it out so it doesn't make our oats taste like coffee. Oh, I got a sealer from Amazon that I've been using, and it's sealing all these lids to keep things fresh. And I love it so much more than just screwing the bands on. So I'll probably just do it to the coffee. Did I not put my thing in right? Oh, user error. I put the thing in wrong. I didn't even check it. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, I put the piece in wrong, like backwards. I guess last time I didn't even pay attention. So let's see if I can get it fixed without making a big mess. I keep trying to tell myself deep breaths. It has been one, honestly, since we got back from our little vacation, which we never take alone time. Everything has just been falling apart. This is going to come out if I turn that around. All right, I think I'm going to have to empty this back out. Oh, gosh. And, of course, this bag is so tiny. So that, or I'll tilt it. Let's try that first. The lids stay on pretty good. So, well, I say that now, but let's see. Okay. So what I need to do is take this cap off, this piece out, because I'm going to check it. Hold on. When I was doing this, it was not giving it the opening. Last time the circle was open this way, so I had it in there backwards. Oh, well, thankfully I know this lid's so far holding together. I don't want to speak too soon. I'm not anything in life lately. Okay. Let's try that again. Just like holding my breath constantly. Try number 2 with the coffee. Or I'm kind of nervous now, like, I want this to work, but that's all right. Oh yeah, much better. Coffee, yes, I think if I go through it enough, now they're not super airtight, so I don't want my coffee going bad. So I'm not sure if I would actually keep it in there, but if you maybe work at a coffee shop and you've been wanting to grab something like this, or maybe your family goes through a lot of coffee. Okay, good. I'm glad something else worked. The last thing I'm doing is a fun item. When I brought it in the house, the kids were like, "You never buy cereal." And I'm like, "No, I don't." So we're going to do some cereal. You can barely see it now because it's so low, but this is emptying out so good, kind of like the beans and the oats would do. It's fantastic. Look at that. That was easy. I needed that because after that flour, the sugar, the mess, everything, it's just like, okay. Last thing, cereal. We never ever buy cereal, so we ran to the grocery store and got some Cheerios. I don't know if Azure has cereal or not. I've never even looked it up because we just don't serve it. I think we would go through so much milk and food because it's just not super filling for us. Y'all can let me know if they have cereal and what you like or what you think. So right now we're just going to do the Cheerios. I mean, it's just the plain brand. It was the biggest box I could find at Walmart. It definitely looks pretty in here. Okay, the real question is this going to work? I'm probably just going to put it back in the bag because, I don't know. All right, you ready? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Happy to report that that works so well. So check. Let's wrap this up. I love beans, rice, cereals, coffee. We did some nuts today. Okay, I was not a fan of the sugar and the flour. So if it's something that you buy and you give it a try, please come back to this video and let me know that it worked or didn't work for you, because I do want it to work, but did not. I do want it to work, but if it just doesn't, then it's not worth putting in there to me because they are a big investment and I don't want to spend money on something that's not going to work. But other than the sugar and the flour, works fantastically. It keeps stuff off the ground for me and I just feel so much more organized. I hope you had fun doing this video with me. I look forward to doing some baking for you guys in the future. I have a lot of recipes I want to share, things that make my life easier for my family. We are busy here running the homestead and the farm and homeschooling, so I know easy recipes and I know that the kids will eat them, so I'm going to share those with you. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next week. You want to do applesauce? Totally kidding. Failing. Major.